Well, good morning. It is Sunday, the March 27th, and this is the first video of a unknown part series. I don't know how many videos there's going to be. I'm calling Project TAC, Total Archery Challenge. That's coming up at the end of May in Pico, Vermont, which is Killington's stepchild, I guess. Just a smaller mountain attached to Killington. So today, first episode, I'm heading over to meet Neil Pendleton, and he's hooking me up with a single pin sight because my 3-pin Trophy Ridge sight is perfectly fine for hunting from a saddle in the Northeast, but at 100 yards it's not the ideal sight. So step one, get a better sight, and I'm actually going to call Neil right now and tell him I'm heading out. So let's get him on the line. P for Pendletron.
You.
Neil.
Jason.
What's up? I'm hitting the road soon.
Alright, thanks for the warning.
Heading your way. So like I said, I think it's like an hour 40.
Do you have an Allen wrench kit with you?
No, but I haven't left yet, so I can grab one. Yeah, I'll grab that and then I'll send it.
Sweet, yeah. Yeah, so that should pretty much it. I got the sight here, the sight tapes all ready to go. Yeah, we'll just go down and start shooting some arrows, and hopefully you can hit old Robin Hood at 100 yards.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah. Let me know when you're like 10 or 15 minutes out. So.
Aye, aye.
Alright.
See ya.
you soon.
A little pissed off on the way. Kind of looking around, and Neil wants me to shoot 100 yards today. It's a little windy, buddy. We'll see. So I'm following Neil to the shooting range. He's on his damn e-bike. Nice ride.
Goes along pretty good. Gotta save on gas money these days. What do we got going on, Jason?
Well, Neil told me my sight was too small. He's making me change it. So we're going
to a single pin?
We're going single pin, HHA Kingpin. And it's not very windy, so this 100-yard thing should be interesting.
I told him we're going to try to do it in 12 shots.
12 shots he's claiming. So where do I want to start?
As
far as trigger holes? All the way
So,
forward.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, because the further out it is, the more accurate. Alright, well, we're getting all the hardware set up. What do you got for a bow there?
This is the 2021 Matthews V3 in 27-inch because I'm a small person. I'm normal height. Neil's looks down upon LeBron James, so.
Throwing on some field points.
100 grains. 100 yards, he says.
Yeah,
It'll be fine, he says.
It's a little windy. It's you versus our trad guy over here.
Yeah, baby. He's gonna
I don't know. My vote may be on you. I'm dialed in.
I wouldn't. right, there's 6.
Well, hope you don't need that many.
I do. All right. You want to show them how this works?
All right, well, we got the single pin sight ready to go. Jason got it strapped on the bow. What we're gonna be doing is getting him sighted in. So this dial's from my previous setup. So we're gonna have Jason shoot, see where he hits, and make some adjustments from here. With this sight, if it hits to the left, you can move everything by loosening up the nut here, turning it to the left, and you'll bring everything in line. Then depending on elevation, how everything hits, we can move it up and down by adjusting where the wheel is gonna hit and then retightening the 0 stop into place, and we're gonna change the sight tape for him. If we need to, we can also move the housing up and down in the preset holes if we need to make further adjustments. But hopefully 12 shots or less will get him dialed in. As I said, we're probably gonna have to change the sight tape for him, because I'm assuming it's like with him having a short draw compared to me, it's gonna be a little bit different. But what's the weight of your arrows, Jason?
Oh, somewhere like low 400s probably.
So I mean, yeah, I was shooting like a 530 grain arrow roughly. I can't remember if they were 520 or 550. I've had different setups. So with that being said, it's like it could actually be somewhat comparable and fairly close with him having a lighter arrow even with a shorter draw. So,
like, what do we want to start at? Just right at 20 and see where it
no,
hits?
I would say we'll start at like probably just 5 or 10 yards just to see where you hit. Then at that point, we're gonna know if you're left, right, up, down, and make an adjustment from there just to get it at least close enough so at 20 he's not losing an arrow on the second shot.
Yeah, we can't be doing that already. They're so much bigger.
That's what she said. And we're gonna be shooting at the long yardage here. I'm gonna zoom in so they can see the target. Yep, all of what? 5 feet? So I'd aim at the hurricane bag down on the ground, because that other target, the arrow may zip through it.
Really?
So I would say just go ahead and put it probably on the center of the black dot down there, just to see where you're gonna hit. All right, so we're gonna high end to the left, right?
Yep, a little of both.
So what we're gonna do is now you're hitting high, so we're gonna have to move this down. So we're gonna have to turn there's a dead stop to get that out of the way, so that way you can turn the wheel, the housing up higher. So we're gonna grab an Allen wrench, we're gonna move that stop there to allow you to turn it.
Okay.
We're loosening up the dead stop. We may end up just taking it off completely, just to get it out of the way. Yeah, because it stopped in the way. I'm gonna have to take this off. It can also flip around the other direction, so you'd actually just turn that L shape. So instead of being like that, you flip it like that, and you can also gain a different set of elevation. So I'm gonna take this off completely. And then there's 2 holes here. So, because now you'd be able to move the wheel as far as you want, all the way up to the top. Probably don't need to move that far, but we want to at least make sure you have travel room. So to be able to do that, we'll just re-affix it into that top hole. So now we gained, so instead of just stopping at where we were at 20 yards before, now we can slide it up higher. So we got plenty of travel room to go down. So if this is the difference between 20 and 25, I would say we'll just start somewhere around there and see what the heck happens. So we're just below the 44. All right, we're clear and good to go. A little closer on that one, huh?
Significantly.
Well, we're gonna go to 20 yards here, probably. All right, well, we got arrow number 3 being knocked. And we're gonna see what those adjustments did. Jason's gonna throw down range at a whopping 20 yards.
A whole 20. Not 19 and a half. 20. Woo.
Where were we there?
Way left.
Way left, huh?
Way left.
Huh. Well, how'd the shot feel?
Felt all right.
Well, we're gonna make an adjustment then. We made another adjustment because Jason doesn't know the upside down angle.
Upside down left is right.
So when he's looking at the opposite direction, so I just moved it back to what actually was really the left instead of the right. I just guesstimated like crazy to see how far to move it, so hopefully he actually hits the target. Let's see if he can lose the first arrow. Where do we hit on that one?
Just above it, slightly to the left.
That's not bad for guessing. Alright, so that's what, 4 arrows now?
Yep.
Alright, so
3.5.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Shoot another
one you should get. Well, hold on. We gotta now move it a little bit. How was the shot feel? Both of those are high, correct? The same spot high.
Yeah, I can't see the other knock, but
yeah, they're both a little high from where you were aiming both times. So we're gonna move it down a teeny bit. So what we're gonna do is you're just gonna loosen up that dial and remember where you were now. So you're at just below the 44. And actually, hold on. We're gonna do something crazy here. You ready for it?
Sure.
So is the dial all the way tight?
yes.
All right. Now we're gonna go over here and we're gonna grab the little trusty Allen wrench. Then you're gonna adjust. Hopefully, with go the smallest one you got on there. I think's what we need. And then with this tight, then you're gonna move the wheel. So what this does is once he loosens that up, we will turn the wheel around. So now, when we turn the wheel, yep. Is the wheel moving at?
Yep.
So now spin the wheel to 20.
To 20.
Go to 21. Actually, let's just call it 20. No, go to 25. Because that way we have room to go either direction. So now that it's at 25, yep. Now tighten it back up. So that's going to represent roughly, we're going to have a number for 20 yards-ish. So because you hit high, now we actually want to move it down to probably what I'd say 23. So you tighten that up, right?
Yeah.
Now you're going to have to loosen the knob. Now slide that to 23 and then tighten it up. Alright. Then in theory, I mean, elevation on that, how does that look? Winded, sorry.
It looked, I mean, maybe just,
I mean, it's pretty close to...
if it's not dead center, it's slightly left, but not by an inch.
Right. So we're going to try to moving it to the left.
Is it?
So did you loosen up the wing nut in front?
Not yet, but is it down? Down is left?
Loosen it up. And then righty's left. So if you turn it to the right, then it should move it to the left.
Yep.
And go a couple more and then call it good. What did we hit on that one?
I'm in line with the bullseye, but left still.
You're left still, huh? Well, every time you touch it, it seems to go to the left. Let me see if I can touch it and we can make an adjustment and come back to the right. And loosen this up here, and then well, see what happens there.
At the sweet spot.
Arrow number 6. Arrows here, Jason. Make it count.
Better.
Alright, so right now we're making notes. So 20 yards, I guess to specify, 20 yards equals number 23, right? On the setup?
Yep.
On the sight tape?
wheel.
Yeah, so on the sight tape, you're at 23. So now, for 40, do you want to try? So this is a 44, so this is when I shot lighter arrows compared to what I'm shooting now. And that was pretty close. So we can try 40 on the wheel and see what happens. Since yours are lighter arrows with a shorter draw, it's not gonna be too far off anyways. We can just try 40 and see what happens for the number, and then we'll figure out exactly what 40 yards is once we know. And now we're just gonna turn it to 40. Normally, if you were doing this, you would actually have a what they call a setup tape. So it has numbers that are already predetermined, and once you figure out the difference between like 20 and 40, it'll tell you what number on the setup tape. But I'm going to show you another way that you don't really need to even do the math or figure out with the algorithm. We're just going to kind of guesstimate it, and then I'll be able to figure it out and show you exactly which tape to use here, hopefully in another couple shots. So, well, ready to let one rip? This would technically be number 7, I believe.
7. Orangey. That was a pretty good one. I seem to do better when people stare at me. I don't know why.
Well, we can watch it. Here, shoot one on camera.
When I'm alone, I'm actually worse. It's weird.
I'm the opposite. When people watch me, I do worse. But
you'd think that would be it, but it's, for some reason, I came with a buddy of mine once, and I did the best shots of my life because he was staring at me, trying to help me improve.
Well, now you're gonna have thousands of people watch you shoot this one.
I know. Let's see if it makes a difference. My money ain't on me. Yep. Way off.
Well, let's see how Jason does. Oh, we'll actually get another one. Oh, there he goes.
Yeah, I should have got that one.
Yeah, now as soon as I pan away, look at him shoot it.
It's better than I do.
Well, hopefully that's not the case.
With a trad bow?
Oh, with a trad bow, yeah. A little low?
A little low.
So we can make an adjustment for that. Windage look pretty good though, right?
Yeah, it's on. It just...
Yeah. Alright, so then just loosen up the dial there.
It wasn't on.
So then I would
directly
say...
on 40.
I would say go to 45 and see what happens. And if you want to get even more accurate on the fiber optic, if you turn that hood in a little bit, because it's bright out right now, you'll dim the pin a little bit. So it'll probably bring in, as long as you can see it. I mean, it's plenty light out, so you should be able to see it. Precision, accuracy.
So, the tape we're using right now is tape number 44. And we've roughly figured out, this isn't an exact science yet, because we've only launched, what, 7 arrows now? So, you have number 23 is representing your 20 yards right now, and then 45 is representing your 40 yards. So now we just need to figure out, based on that, looking here at these tapes, so if we were to take, like, let's say for instance, tape number 48. So if we lined it up where 20 was at 23, roughly right there, then 45 should be close to 40, but it's not. So we need to keep moving a little bit more. So if that was the case, so 44, 20 is at 23. And that looks pretty close right there, don't it?
Yeah, it does.
So 51 looks like it should be about the right tape. So that's what I would guess would be the right tape for you right now. So with that being said, if we wanted to shoot out to 60 right now, it's saying that number 67 on tape 44. So now, just to check it, we're gonna go move, what'd I say?
67.
67. So we're going to turn it to 67, and then in theory you should be ready to hit at 60 yards. So just to make sure we're checking it correctly, so you're at 20 is at 23, and then 40 is at 45, so then 60 is at 67. So you should now be able to, at 60 yards, it should be 67 with a question mark, and we'll see how close that is.
Now, Jason, are you feeling any pressure?
A little bit.
We've completely guessed. We've now about the 8th arrow into it. You're going to launch one at 60 yards. You got to step back a little bit. Because remember, 60 yards is back here, so teeny bit. All right.
Okay.
Before you do, what do you think? How do you think he's going to do?
I wasn't paying attention to 40, so
He wasn't bad at 40.
I got confidence.
All right, I like the confidence.
Will I lose the arrow?
Lose as in not hit the target, or lose as in have to never find it
Can't
again?
find it.
That berm is mean. I've lost an awful lot of arrows to that thing.
Dang. All right.
All right, Jason.
We got a headwind too.
Actually, it was just blowing right to left there a second ago.
No pressure.
I heard it hit something.
Yep.
A little
That was
high.
a good sound.
I'm not allowed to shoot a follow-up arrow.
No, so where were we there, you said?
It's high.
How high?
Like a foot. Hit the top of that target, the orange.
All right, how was the windage that time?
It looks straight above it. I mean, it might be a little right.
All right, let's
Like-
go down and check it out. All right, well, Jason, you failed to hit the target.
Yes, I did. But I didn't fail to lose my arrow.
No.
Oh, Longbeard.
Is it turkey season yet?
I got a mouth trunk. Should I screw it?
Yeah, why not? See if you can get him to come back.
Shit right now.
All right. How hard do you think it would be to just circle him right now and grab one by the neck?
Pretty hard.
I don't think you know these turkeys. During COVID, I chased one around with a butcher knife. Alright, so we're launching the one at 60. That one sounded like it hit the right target.
Better, yeah.
Yeah. Can you see where it hit?
It looked low. Can you see it through that?
I'm sure everyone watching can see it. But
Kind of rookie-ass winter shoulder. I probably should have taken it easy.
no, you just got a full send. That one looked pretty good.
That one's good.
Yeah. I think we're good for 100.
That's the 100.
I can give you one more to practice if you want to feel a little safer before you try to lose one.
You gonna? No, let's go 12.
Well, that was 10, right?
Was that 10?
I think that was 10. We might be losing track.
Damn, we can't even count to 10.
Well, we can just send it. I think this could be
let's
number
just-
11, but we're just going to skip one ahead.
Let's just go.
We're just going.
I haven't lost an arrow yet, and I plan on losing a few, so let's just send it.
You think he's ready for 100?
It's possible. I think he's ready to shoot at 100.
I hit it in the orange.
I like what he said. He's good to shoot at 100.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean he'll hit anything, right?
I can shoot at 100.
So, in theory, we should turn to the 100. There we go, perfect. Your stabilizer balances it perfectly. So, you want to go about, well, let me see here. So the orange. So we're just gonna guess. Gonna go right about there. There's your 100.
Guessing at 100.
We're guessing at 100. We're guessing at 100.
Hey, go for it.
Yeah,
Why not?
it's not my arrow.
So the 100 is down there. That's 100. Now, if you want to range it, Jason.
99.9. There's 100.
All right, mark it off. You have a little bit of a headwind now.
What do you think?
I think you're gonna miss. I had confidence we'd have it in 12 shots. So don't let me down, Jason. Just hit the target.
But I got 2 more, we're thinking.
Well, I thought it was maybe 1 after this.
Yeah. So this would be 1.
No pressure. I'm gonna zoom in on the target here, all right? Make it count.
Just under it.
I saw the little dirt poof. Yeah. So he missed. Now, how'd you feel about the shot, though?
I didn't like it.
You didn't feel confident in your shot?
I'm shooting it again.
You're not gonna make any adjustments?
Nope.
He's just gonna send it.
Yeah.
You hit low again, Jason.
Way low. So the guess wasn't...
I wanted to adjust it, but... Well, let's see if we can find some arrows. So you gotta figure, though, if you go back and actually look at it, I mean, you're talking... You're not really... I mean, you're maybe a foot low. It's like from hitting the target. The angle that you're shooting at, it's really not that far off. So, with a slight adjustment...
Gonna be shooting at 100 to practice for TAC anyways, so...
I mean, now the good part is, though, is your windage was pretty good. Both of them, I mean, one was dead center, the other one's a little to the left. But it still would have hit the target.
So what do you dial it up to like 106?
Yeah, so we'll just have to turn that dial and it'll be good.
Yeah, you make micro adjustments at this fire, right?
Well, you wouldn't have to make the micro. So we're still...
Well, I mean, you wouldn't move it. You'd move it just a few yards, like he said, 106.
Yeah, like a few yards and we'll be good, yeah. So we made another adjustment.
You know how many lines we're going? We're just
guessing at this point. There's nothing even on the tape where we're at. All right.
This probably wasn't the textbook way to do it.
No. We're just trying to see if you can hit it at 100. I heard it hit the target.
Yeah. Lucky 13.
Yeah. That flight time's long.
A little bit of a delay.
Yeah.
That one hit low. All right, well, we had some good stuff happen. But then we ran into a problem.
Minor problem.
Yeah. Jason's arms aren't very long.
That's what I was given.
So we don't have enough clearance for the housing. The vanes were hitting on the bottom of the housing. So unfortunately, even though he was able to hit the target, he's not going to have any accuracy at all, which would explain why we might have actually been on where we should have been. But if those vanes are hitting the housing and coming in contact every time, it's going to throw it off every shot. Just depends on how much it hits it.
Well, I hit it.
Yeah, you hit it. Well, to give an update, we had to make some major adjustments. So, because we have a midget here that we're dealing with,
Fair enough.
compared to where I was, we had to go ahead and move the sight to be able to gain more clearance closer to Jason. Originally, we started out in these holes, the sight was further away. The closer you move the sight to the archer, the more clearance you're going to have, because essentially you're going to, the pin gap, which we only have one pin with a single pin, but the pin gap from where 20 would hit up here and where 100 would hit down here, it now gets shortened, so 20 would be here, 100 would be here. Because at that point, we weren't able to move the housing all the way up to where it needed to be for 20 yards. So then what we had to do is, we had to take the housing by loosening up these screws in the front and move the housing down, as you can see here by the old marks, where my sight used to be. We had to move it down a set of holes. We originally moved it down 2 sets of holes, but we weren't able to go ahead and move the housing up high enough to be able to hit 20 yards. So then we split the difference in the middle. Now it's like we have enough room where we can move the sight up high enough to go and hit at 20 yards, and then he has enough he has enough room in the wheel that we can go ahead and turn it
That much more.
that much more. And so right now with the tape that's on there, it's not the tape that he's going to use. But at 100, where it's at right now, he's actually able to go ahead and hit at 86 yards. So the distance that we have to travel, I think we're going to have enough room on the dial to be able to actually have you hit 100 yards. Now the only questionable part that's left is he going to have enough clearance with the vanes? To wrap things up, because the furthest that we can shoot and knowing exactly where he's going to hit is 86 yards, because when I matched up the sight tapes, he would be at 100, he'd actually be shooting 86 yards based on the sight tape that he should be shooting from. We just haven't put that actually on the wheel yet. We're still setting everything up. So we're going to see Jason throw a couple arrows at 86 yards and see where he's at. Alright, so we're launching at 86 yards. We marked the line. He's been shooting a couple arrows today.
Yeah.
I think he hit the target.
Left.
A little left,
Left is my MO right now. I'm freaking smoked.
but
I shot a lot yesterday. Haven't been shooting a lot because we're fresh out of winter. And
he's full of excuses.
I'm a little tired. And sometimes you get that way.
It happens to everybody, but you're going to make it count. No pressure.
I think I can see that arrow.
You're hitting the target.
So yeah, that would be 111 yards.
That's all you got to do?
That's what you're talking.
Well,
I mean, it's close, right?
I mean, yeah, you're basically there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I figure like 3 more days. I'll be
We
there.
would have done it today if we didn't have to make so many other adjustments.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, I'm pulling a little bit.
So now it's just a matter of shooting from here and doing the fine tuning with the actual sight tape. I think I have number 56 is for the arrow setup that you're going to run. Is going to be the right tape from just the rough calculations that I did, but you still have to fine tune. It could be 55, could be 57.
Right.
So you're going to have to play around a little more and see exactly where you're at. At least you're close.
Yeah. Closer than the
couple that were in the dirt.
originals.
Yeah. But I mean, then again, in defense there, that you could have actually been shooting well. But the only problem is that the vane was hitting the housing.
Right.
That's gonna cause a couple issues.
Yeah, a little bit. Especially at 100 yards.
A little bit.
That's it. This video. Just watched some deer in the field there. Tried to get a little footage of them, but there was a truck pulled up behind me. So, definitely going to be doing some more tinkering with that, getting that dialed in. Still got a lot more work to do, I think, but on the right track anyways. So, thanks to Neil for helping me out, hooking me up. It's greatly appreciated, my friend, and see you on the next Project TAC.